Alright guys, we're back. It's been a couple months since the last video came out just because we've been through a bunch of technical difficulties, but we got a lot of great videos that I think you're going to enjoy that are coming very soon that we hadn't been able to put out recently. But better yet, we started a new project. It's been a really great project so far. We're still working on it, hadn't got quite through it yet, but it involves something with what is behind me. In this video, you can kind of expect us building up to that, gathering the right tools and equipment we need, and figuring out what we need to do to get the job done. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, somebody reached out to us and had a job proposal for us. Recently, they acquired 2 pieces of property that had 2 vacant houses on it. A couple months ago, they got the fire department to use those as training grounds, which they burned, and have been sitting on their burn foundations for quite some time now. We're finally getting around to do it, so this project is going to be tearing out the foundations, getting rid of all of the brick and the stone and rock that comes along with that, clearing out a bunch of the trees and trash that are around the yard, a bunch of shrub trees, just stuff that doesn't look very good. We're going to be doing a lot of landscaping work as well as building a creek crossing. So the first things we need to do is gather all the materials. So that's going to be the John Deere track loader and the Cat excavator. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is we got the John Deere track loader out. We're going to check all the fluids, make sure it's got enough fuel. Then we're going to load it up onto the gooseneck with the pickup and take it to the house that we're tearing down, which is about 10 minutes down the road. Then we're going to drop that off, go to the shop, pick up the low boy and the 18-wheeler, and come back and get the excavator, take that to the house, and then we can get started. Okay, so he's having some trouble finding some traction on these metal trailer ramps here, but we've got some rubber mats we're going to lay down, but they're over at the pond, so we're going to run over there and grab those. So right now the rubber mats are down underneath the boat to make it easier to get in and out of the water with it, so we're just going to grab those. So the mats are loaded up. Now let's head back over to the trailer and try them out. Okay, so it was a little less than ideal with the mats being so wet and as muddy as they were from sitting in the water for a couple months. But we eventually got it and worked onto the trailer, tying it down now, and then we'll head on. Okay, so we just got to the first house, and the fire department actually came a couple months ago and used it as a training ground, so that's why the majority of everything's burned. Just the foundation and everything that didn't burn is left, and then there's a bunch of rubble left around the yard. So we're gonna clean it all up, but first, like I said earlier, we're gonna unload the dozer, offload that, then go back to the shop, pick up the lowboy and the excavator, come back here, and then we can get started. You think we're going to get all we need to, or all we have planned to get done today?
Probably not, because we're starting so late.
We're starting about noon, aren't we?
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
You think we'll get at least this first house done?
Yeah. We'll get a pile of metal up, and then dig a hole and bury the concrete and the brick and all that kind of stuff. Then make a pile of trash that we can either haul off or burn. And then the same to the other. There's not as much metal at the other house.
I saw there was a lot of concrete at this house. Do you think that's going to be a problem to break up with the excavator?
No. No, I don't think it'd be a problem.
Not too thick?
No, I wouldn't imagine it would be. It's just a house. It's not like an industrial plant.
Okay, so we're going to take the day cab, but it's hooked up to the trailer right now, so we're going to unhook that and then bring it back and hook it up to the lowboy. Is that it?
Yeah, roll your torque back.
Okay, so we just got to the pond with the truck. I just got over here to the excavator, gonna turn it on and then start driving over to where we have the trailer parked. Okay, so the excavator is loaded. A little bit finicky loading it on the side of the road just because it's slightly slanted, not perfectly flat. But got it loaded, no problems. So now we just need to tie it down and haul it to the house. It does usually help to hook them the right way, doesn't it?
Yeah. You got those good.
Okay, so the excavator is loaded. Now we need to head on to the house. Okay, so we're here at the house, and the driveway is in a really bad spot because it's surrounded by a bunch of trees, and it's really not easy for a big truck like this to get in. So we try to pull off the road as much as we can, and just kind of cattywalk the trailer to just get the nose of it off of the road. But we were just on the other side of the line, so I mean it would have worked, but Dad thinks it would be better to just side load it. So we're lined up with the driveway now, so we're just going to offload from the side, and hopefully it will work. If you go over about that much more, you'll be clear. There you go. So we got the excavator unloaded, got the dozer back here behind it, and let's get into it.